Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and this is the late 2016 version of What's on My iPhone. A lot of you have been asking me when I'm going to do this video, and so I thought it was time. I get requests almost daily for you to actually take a look at what's on my phone. So let's take a look. So you'll see, if you're familiar with what I had on my phone before, I was using Apple Calendar. Right now I'm using Google Calendar. And the reason for that is I like how it integrates better and includes different things across what you're doing. So say I set an appointment at maybe a doctor's. It will actually put a picture of that doctor and what they have as far as Google Maps, as long as you give it the address in the Google Calendar. So when it's time, you just tap on it and it brings you there using directions or navigation. So it's really nice. The one thing I don't like about it is it doesn't update in real time as far as what date it is. So I actually have to look at the lock screen to see what date it is or go into it itself. The other thing I have that has changed a little bit, I have a different folder with a couple different things in it here for church instead of just separate by itself. I have Heartfeed. This was a great recommendation. This is for all my news feeds. So this particular news feed, I really like the way it's laid out. So you have sideways, and these are all the articles from the different websites that I follow. So Autoblog or whatever, and it just is everything new keeps coming from left to right. It's really great, and Pulse used to do that, and then they went away, and now Heartfeed is the replacement for that. It's great. I also use Flipboard, I use News, and those are to just see what's going on. And Twitter, I'm always in. Twitter, if you haven't followed me on Twitter, I'm there under Zollotech. You can follow me. I'm always posting before I'm posting things on video as far as that goes. If a new update comes out, I post it there. So if you haven't followed me yet, follow me on Twitter at Zollotech, and you'll get all those updates. And many of you message me as well, and I try and reply back when I can. The rest of these are pretty self-explanatory. To manage Gmail, I use Inbox. It's really quick to manage a lot of different emails at once, so that's why I use that. And then Overcast, I use for podcasts, and I also use Pocket Casts. I use them back and forth using Apple CarPlay, which will be a video a little bit later. If we go to the second page, I'm really disorganized this time of year when there's so many new things coming out. So as far as everything else goes, these are fairly similar to what I had before, except my social folder. I've got Snapchat, again at Zollotech. I've also got Facebook, and I have a Facebook page, Zollotech. If you haven't followed me there as well, a lot of you message me on my pages page, and I do respond back as soon as I can. I don't think I've not responded back before. So if you want to message me there, feel free. I'll try and respond back. Obviously, if it gets too much, I apologize. I can't keep up. I have NordVPN for VPN. I also have Mario Run. Mario Run's fantastic. It's a little expensive at $10 after the first 3 levels, but it's basically a Mario game, and it's pretty good. As far as the router goes, I just did a review about Eero. It's a router, a mesh network router that I used, and I still use it. It's great. I have MyFitnessPal, which I admit I need to use a little more. I don't really use it that much. Reddit, and these are all updated. Nanoleaf Aura. If you've seen it in some of my videos, such as my MacBook, the 2016 MacBook Pro review, those are in the background, kind of lighting the side of where I'm filming on my desk. It's really nice. I also have 1Password as a password manager I've been trying out. I've used others as well. And then in an upcoming video, Anki Overdrive. I've been using that. On the last page, or actually I guess it's the second to last page now, I use Google Maps, and I do use it a lot. I don't know why it's on the last page. But Amazon Music, I use Robinhood to manage stocks, the very few that I have. Live Air Traffic Controller. I live in the Charlotte area, and we have a great airport observatory area. That area lets you sit there and watch planes come in and go out fairly closely, and this actually lets you hear the tower near there, or any tower in the United States for that matter. Maybe outside the United States too, I'm not sure. I have T-Mobile, so I've got that T-Mobile thing or app there. Swifty is for programming. And then I also have Facebook Messenger. Sometimes you guys message me on that as well. Mercedes-Benz Roadside Assistance for my car. Xbox for Xbox Live. I'm Big Z on Xbox, BIGZ. I was an Xbox Live beta tester, so I have one of the early short names. Nextdoor, pretty neat app for your local community. iCloud Drive, I surprisingly use this a lot for photos, so I move photos around using that. And this I haven't tried at all. Anchor Play is for a recent video I did on some Anchor headphones. Steam for some Steam games I have. And then Field Runners Attack. This is a new Field Runners game as well. So there's not really a ton new. What I normally do, the way I manage this, is the things I use the most are on the first page and the second page. So finance, entertainment. So in entertainment, for example, under utilities are just different utilities I use from time to time, Geekbench, things like that. Patreon. And if you'd like to support me on Patreon, this is a shameless plug as far as that goes. I'll leave a link in the description below as well. If you'd like to see more content and help me film some bigger things, you can support me there. And then all the rest of these, I normally fill this up with things I use the most, a couple things in the folders, and then the rest of this normally gets cleaned up. I usually only have 2 pages, but because there's been so many different apps that I've been using lately, they kind of get cluttered. So I do need to organize all these. But that's pretty much it for what's on my iPhone. There isn't a whole lot more. I use an iPhone to record sometimes. Right now I'm not, but I use an iPhone to record sometimes. The new Apple TV app or TV app I've hardly used. I really don't like it, to be honest. I'm curious what you guys think. I'd rather have the video one they had before. But overall, that's pretty much it. There's not much more to go into. If you have any questions about any of these apps that I have, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.